like, and subscribe. My people, I love you. This does not mean that I hate people of other ethnicities. I'm going to begin by prefacing what I am going to teach. The ends and the means are the same. Why are they the same? Because it is the means that leads to the ends. The means is verb. The mean is action. The ends is a conclusion and is a noun. A verb must precede a noun unless the noun is an object. I want to also say that to understand my videos, you have to read the description, because my description is more than telling you what I am going to be talking about. My description is part of the means which is necessary for you to conclude what it is I am saying to you. With that, let me begin. What is perfection? There is no perfection without a means to perfection. You see, perfection is not a solid object. It is created through the means, what you do, what actions causes perfection. Perfection is individualized. It is individualized. It means that doing the best you can is your perfect ability. It is your perfect ability. Perfection is an art of being the best you can be. Does it mean that you will always win? No. It means that you have perfected yourself based on your abilities. What it means is that you will never lose. You will always reach your goal to a certain extent. You see, perfection is like truth. You can always add to your abilities. You can always learn to do what you do better. That is perfection. Think of it this way. Mathematics is perfection at different points in time. Adding leads to what? Subtraction. Subtraction leads to division. Addition also leads to multiplication. You see, we perfect science as we go. Truth leads to perfection, because what does it do? It adds up. And when things add up, you go from the known to the unknown. When you seek truth and perfection, there is always a therefore. There is always a therefore. Therefore this, therefore that. And the conclusions grow. And the conclusions become premises to higher learning, premises to perfecting one's self. Now let's talk about lies. Lies, there are no therefore to a lie, because a lie is an illusion. It is an illusion. Cheating is also an illusion, because it does not go from the known to the unknown. If you cheat, you are always dependent upon the tools that you use to cheat in order to conclude what it is you are trying to conclude. The ends will always be a false end if you cheat. If you take steroids, for instance, the minute you stop taking steroids, the ends change. So the means and the ends are the same. They correspond. They work in conjunction. Deion Sanders has always sought to perfect his skills in everything he does, which is to say, he has always tried to do his best. That is perfection. Doing your best is perfection. And when you don't reach your achieved goals, you have to look for a therefore. Therefore, what should I add? And this will come naturally to you, because you will try other things. And most of the things you try will improve. This is why he is successful in baseball, football, but more importantly, in coaching. He takes this perfection to another level. He is always doing the best he can. So at every point in time, he is perfect. His mind, he has trained his mind to work mechanically toward perfection. This is why he says, don't confuse my confidence in myself with your inferiority. Inferiority means is to not do your best. To be inferior is to measure yourself against someone else and then say, that person is better than me. But if you are always seeking perfection, no one can be better than you. Because when you seek perfection, you have mastered the self and the art of perfection. Because you are always going to be looking for, therefore I should try this, therefore I should do this. See, you don't lose unless you give up. You don't lose unless you cheat. You don't lose unless you give up. Cheating is giving up. This is why racists will always be inferior. they have a false sense of entitlement that being light complexion carries some type of mystical powers. They think that being light complexion carries some sort of mystical powers. Their illusion leads to a delusion, which causes them to do what? Cheat, which is a sign of inferiority. Then lying about your history is to say you are not proud of who you are. African Americans, we don't run from slavery as an embarrassment. We embrace it, and then we try to improve upon our situation, which is to exercise perfection. Within the DNA of melanated people is philosophy. Philosophy is our religion. Philosophy is the religion of perfection because it grows, it expands, it searches for truth. And when you search for truth and then you use truth, you grow and you become more perfect. See, truth must be used in order to realize your weaknesses, which leads to a therefore, which leads to improvement. If you are a racist, you have concluded that you are better. And if you are better, or you think yourself better, then you have reached a false conclusion. You don't need an ends to your means because you have thrown away the means and replaced it with entitlement. So it really goes with what Trump says, make America great again. What does that mean? It means to go backwards in time. Truth always moves forward. This is why we will never reach. Perfect people will always reach for the light at the end of the tunnel. But that light will always move because knowledge is a verb. It moves, it grows, and it grows within you. The more knowledgeable you become, the more things add up, and you go from the known to the unknown. This is why to be religious, you have to be a philosopher. Religious organizations always have a conclusion, and that conclusion is a lie because it lacks the verb to achieve. I'm going to end here because this conversation, you have to listen to it closely because logic moves. I started with Deion Sanders and his perfection, but logic moves. So to understand what I am saying, you have to listen. And then you have to get into rhythm with what I am saying. And if you don't read the description, you are behind because the motion has already started in the description, and you need that to get on page or to get in tune. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.